Fishing with lures off the beach for game fish is a very exciting way of fishing. And recently I've started fishing with a Sebile stick shad. Specifically on this specific trip I used the 114mm little stick shad and a very versatile lure which opened the door for me for a lot of species I've never caught before off the beach. So very nice way of fishing and something I'm definitely going to explore more and fish a lot more in order to get different species off the shore. Alright, so the Sebile stick shad comes in a variation of sizes and weights, and within the 114 size you get your floating stick shad, your suspending one, and then we've got the rocket, which is a nice heavy one, which is a fast sinking lure, but from the side that's the one we like to fish with, especially when there's a bit of wind blowing. You can get the distance you require in order to get the lure in the right zone where you're going to get the bite. Fishing in estuaries, that little top water lure works like a bomb. It's an exciting way of fishing, that visual bite when you see the fish grab the lure. So there's so many different ways to actually use this lure, and a lot more we as anglers have to explore in order to get the full potential out of this lure. Alright, so the little rod and reel setup I had was a Regiment 10-foot rod. It was a 1 to 4 ounce rod, rigged up again with my Spinfisher 5500, and on this specific application I was fishing quite heavy with 40-pound whip 8 braid. Now the reason I was fishing so heavy was just because there's always an opportunity for a big GT to grab that lure up to 30 kilos, and if I did hook him I didn't want to be undergunned. But the nice thing about the stick shad is you can vary your setup. You can go super light up to quite heavy and solid. All depends on what you're targeting and where you're fishing. So for me this was a nice balanced outfit for this specific rig. We had a bit of an offshore blowing at morning, it was still winter, so that assisted me in getting that lure out far enough in order to get into the strike zone. Right, so when it comes to retrieving the lure, once again I did a few experiments and during a day see what worked for me. I cast the lure out, I worked it in different ways, looked at the lure in the water and see what it did. And the old Duncan twitch which we developed on the big lure worked well for me, where you actually just cast the lure and as you wind it in you twitch it quite fast, so it moves on the surface quite fast and it looks like an escaping bait fish. So that worked very well for me. Another method which I liked doing was casting the lure out and doing a bit of a slower long retrieval where the lure almost darts up, drops a bit and darts up again, and that often got a reaction bite as well. And then there's a normal side sweep you can use and various other ways. Once again, it's one of those versatile lures where you can play with it and find the retrieval method that works for you and gets you the bite. So we started fishing with an old Sebile stick shad, the 114mm, early morning, and we got our first little victim here. Oh, look at that vast weight it carried. These fish, for size to size, they must be one of the strongest fighting fish in the sea. And he engulfs his little stick shad, the 114mm. It's a suspending stick shad I'm using. So I've got to work it very gently so I don't jump out the water. The sea's quite strong today and washing. So it's a gentle little twitch I'm giving it, and it got this guy's attention. working, did the job.